2021 has been a wild ride, especially with the pandemic, and I have learned many lessons last year. Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jay, and I make videos about self-development, productivity, and also based on the things I've learned on books and investing as well. In this video, I'll be sharing with you 6 life lessons I've learned in 2021. This video also acts as an annual reflection, which I think it will help me to work on my gratification, and also document the things that I've learned throughout the years. So let's jump right in. Lesson number 1 is life is too short to be afraid. So I feel that we all have fear of trying new things, such as asking the girl out, or probably asking the boy out, starting a side hustle, or learning something new. But what I've actually learned last year was that life is actually too short to be afraid of what people think of us, and life is too short to be afraid of trying new things. So this concept changed my mind because it's from a book I read called Show Your Work. So this book is by Austin Kleon, where he talks about how everyone should document and show their work in terms of what they do every day. Perhaps if you're a chef, you should showcase and document the things that you're cooking. Or if you are someone who makes videos, you should showcase the work process and document the things that lead to you making these videos. So this book actually made me realize that there aren't many people who actually bother about what you actually do or think. And it's all inside of us, where we think about, we are afraid of how does these people think about us, or, by doing this, will I be embarrassing myself? So it's all in our own minds. So how is that a good thing? Why is understanding that there are not many people who actually think about or care about what we do? So this is a good thing because it's actually an opportunity for us to go and document our work process, or showcase about the things that we do every day in our everyday lives. So if you are a writer, you write articles and you show the world, you share in the internet. So especially in this day and age, having the internet and the online world will be much simpler and more accessible for us to show our work. So before I actually read this book, I am usually very insecure about the things I do. I'm embarrassed in a sense where, why should I show people about what I do? Why should I do this or do that? Because we always have this, we tend to be afraid of not living up to people's expectations. However, after reading the book, it has made me realize that there aren't actually many people who care or bother about what you showcase or what you put out to the world. So why not actually just share my experiences to document the things I do? So that made me start my own blog back in 2021. It's called jwithlife.com. I'll add the link in the description below, where I talk about experiences such as money, how to become more productive, probably a bit of finance, and basically I talk about the books I read. So this book by Austin Kleon, Show Your Work, actually kickstarted me into starting my own blog. So that's actually a good thing, because we never know who appreciates your work in this world. There are 7 billion people in this world, and we are always very afraid to not live up to people's expectations. But actually, we may not know that we are actually helping someone out there, and there are also people who appreciate the things that we do. So the only solution to this is we understand that if people doesn't like our work, or perhaps none of you guys are watching my videos, or no one is reading my article, but that's because you choose not to. So that's fine. So there are certain people who feel that, what you're sharing is valuable, what you're writing about is valuable. Thank you very much, that has helped me. So that usually makes me feel very happy, and I feel that, I do not have to actually worry too much about what people think about what I'm doing. Alright, so to sum up point number 1, people don't actually really care as much as we think they do. So let's just show our work and help those people who actually care. And you never know, by showing our work, you never know whether these people that we have helped can lead us to bigger opportunities in our lives. Alright, so point number 2 is get over the things that we have no control over. So if this sounds familiar to you, we are humans. We usually fall into this state of worrying about things that we have no control over. So what are some examples? Some of those are, I usually fall into this state of anxiety where, whether it's my blog or my YouTube videos will be getting this amount of views, or will I be able to hit this amount of subscribers? But actually, these are things that I have no control over. So why waste the time and energy to actually care too much about all these things, instead of just working on these things slowly, and hopefully maybe help someone out there, and where my work is recognized, that's where I will get my progression and recognition. So don't really actually have to care about what we have no control over, but just continue doing the things that we believe in. So let me share with you a story when I was younger. Back in my days when I was in my secondary school or high school, I'm actually a pretty short guy. So I'm not even 5'8", or no, not 5'8", sorry, 5'1". So that has made me really not say depressed, but it has affected my confidence while growing up, because I always feel that I'm the smaller guy, I'm the shorter ones. So will that affect my life in my love life, or sort of these things. So actually these are the things that I have no control over, and that has made me worried for many years. Then this is something that I feel that has wasted a lot of my time in being myself, which I feel that I am someone who is quite fun to be with. I make a lot of stupid jokes, which I believe my friends know about this. So I hope most of you can relate to this, because I feel that most of us in this world, my friends and my families, care too much about what people think of us, and these are actually something that we have no control over. So let's just live our best life and focus on the things that we are in control, such as being the better version, a better version of ourselves every day. Find ourselves, spend time with our friends and families, instead of just worrying about all these things. Alright, so with that, moving on to the third point, which is love yourself for who you are, not what you do. So this may sound similar to the second point, but it's kind of a bit different in the sense where, putting me as an example, I like to think myself as a very hardworking person, where I am very ambitious, I'm driven, I always want to aim for the best and all this sort of stuff. But at the end of the day, I realize those like ambitious and being ambitious, being driven and hardworking are actually the things that I strive to do, and not who I truly am. So being ambitious, driven and all these sorts of things made me think about what my friends, family and my girlfriend frequently talk to me about. So they say I should actually slow down and be more grateful about the smaller things in life. And this has reminded me about what my girlfriend said to me recently. She said that regardless of me being rich, or if I'm not hardworking, driven or ambitious, she will still love me for the person I am. So with what my girlfriend has told me, it has put me into a spiral of thoughts and made me think that people are accepting and loving me for who I am, but I'm not really loving myself for who I am. You see, so I feel that I should actually probably just love myself, and instead of the things that I do. So that made me kind of think that, am I really truly loving myself for who I am, or just loving myself for what I do? So perhaps maybe I should be the guy that always make people laugh, make dumb jokes and make people laugh around me. So these are actually some of the things that I should actually work towards in 2022. Alright, so moving on to point number 4 is patience is underrated. So one of the books that I read, which I feel that is one of the best books I read in 2021, was Atomic Habits by James Clear, where he talks about 1% improvement will lead to a very huge progression in the long run. So what this tells us is most of us don't have the patience to actually just put in effort every day, just small increments of effort every day, and we often want or expect a very large return, or large, I wouldn't say large, but more of a pretty fast result. So this is something that we need to work towards too, because he gives a theory called the ice cube theory, whereby there's this ice in the in the 25-degree room, or room temperature. When they increase the temperature to 26 degrees, the ice didn't melt. As they slowly incrementally increase 27, 28, 29 and 30 degrees, the ice starts to melt. So many of us will just justify that the ice melts at 30 degrees, but it actually starts to melt at 25, incrementally onwards to 26, 27. Along the way, it starts melting. So this actually implements to many things in our lives, including success, whatever ambitious you have, being a great basketball player, or probably being a good gamer, or working to become a millionaire. Most of us are actually rushing to become, for me, is rushing to become rich, or who we want to be, because of our own expectations, and also what the society thinks of us and what the society expects. But part of the package of this success is actually involves a huge amount of patience, which many of us don't have these days. Alright, so from the book Atomic Habits, there's this diagram where it shows the power of tiny gains, where 1% better every day will lead to a 37.78% improvement at the end of the year. So I will leave that diagram in this video so you can have a look. So this tells a lot about humans. We are instant gratification monkeys. We expect results instantly, and this can be seen in many different parts of our life. So for example, someone who gets successful out of nowhere, we often claim that, we often ask them, how do you do it, but little did they know, these people actually put in a lot of effort every single day to actually reach where they are today. Overall, to sum up this point, it is also a reminder for myself to just put in the work consistently every day, just small incremental work, and don't expect a huge return or a quick return. As long as we are doing something that is valuable to the society, valuable to the world, we will expect to see something nice at the end of the day. So moving on to point number 5, which is giving up does not mean quitting. So throughout 2020 and 2021, I've actually learned or tried to learn forex trading. So it's basically trading of currencies. I'm sure maybe you probably heard of that. I've put in 2 years to learn forex trading from a friend of mine, and also this website called Baby Pips. I've been given this, I would say, roadmap to learn forex, and this has led me to gain a lot of confidence along the way. Like, I felt that I found something that can help me lead to financial freedom. So after 2 years of learning forex trading, I've started live trading myself, but I couldn't see a consistent progression, and I do not see a huge results, which has made me drop a bit of my confidence. So this is something that I've always been considering to give up on. I've always feel that I've really put in 2 years of my time learning this skill, or this potential way to reach financial freedom or to reach my goals, and it will be a pity for me to give up on it. So in the midst of pondering whether I should give up trading forex after 2 years of learning it, I've read this book called Shoe Dog by Phil Knight, which is the founder of Nike. So this quote is talking about how giving up is actually fine. So let me share this quote with you. Sometimes knowing when to give up, when to try something else, is genius. Giving up doesn't mean stopping. Don't ever stop. So that has made me think that, yes, I've constantly felt that I shouldn't give up. If I give up, it means that I'm a loser. So this is what society wants you to think, but actually giving up is a very strong way for you to learn something and move on to something else. So that has changed my mindset about the things I do, such as forex trading. I feel that as long as I've given my best effort in learning and trading forex, and if it didn't work out, it's probably something that may not fit me, you see. So I've thought about it, and maybe I should move on to something else that I really enjoy and can provide value to people, such as this YouTube channel. There's also this thing called the Pareto's law, where he talks about 80-20 rule. Actually, 20% of our effort will lead to 80% of the results. So there are many things like this. So there are many videos that I'll be making in this channel. I will only find out in the future that 20% of these videos will actually lead to 80% of the results. So this will actually lead to me focusing on these videos, probably talking about productivity. And if you guys like about my investing videos, I'll probably make more videos about investing. So these are actually the videos that requires 20% of effort, but will lead to a huge amount of results. So giving up doesn't mean quitting. We just need to move on and find something else that we need to work on. So the last point is perhaps the most important lesson I've learned in 2021, which is to read books. So I only started reading consistently back in early 2021, and I find myself learning a lot of new things, and it has changed my perspective in life. As you can see, all the 6 points, or perhaps the 5 points I've talked about, are a lot of the things I learned from books, and this is actually a very huge part in my growth in life. So before reading all these books, I would say I'm quite a negative person in life in terms of my perspective. I've always felt that I don't deserve, not say I wouldn't deserve, but probably I'm not deserving of great things. But that has changed after reading self-help books such as Atomic Habits, Shoe Dog, and even books like 4-Hour Work Week. So you may ask, how can reading books change your life? So the action of reading book does not change your life itself, but after reading those books, you have to apply it in your life. So if you're interested to reading more books or start reading, I've made a video about how you can read more books in 2022. There's a link here. You can click and you can understand some of the ways that helps me to read more books. So some of the things that I've talked about in this video is how getting a Kindle can help me read more books, and how I spend more time actually picking up the books I read and gain more valuable insights from it. It helped me a lot. I hope it can help you too. I'm not sure whether you have gained anything from this video, but it has been something that I've thought about a lot, and I've realized that I've learned a lot of these things in 2021. These are some of the things I've really put my thought into it and understand that, oh yes, these are some of the things I actually learned, and I realized there are many people who are like me. So if you can relate to this video, I hope these are some of the learning points you can gain. If you have enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing to my channel and like this video. It will help me with my making of this video venture, and hopefully get more motivation to continue making all these valuable videos for you guys. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to stay happy, be productive, and go after your goals while you live your one and only beautiful life. I'll see you in the next video.